I bet you didn't know these fascinating facts about American history. Welcome back to our series on the U.S. Citizenship Test. Today, we're diving into questions 26 to 50, covering American history and integrated civics. Let's jump right in. Section 1. Introduction to U.S. Understanding. U.S. history is crucial for the citizenship test. It helps you know the roots of the country. History shapes the laws and values of America. Learning these facts makes you ready for the test. By the end, you'll see why these events matter. Let's start with why the first colonists came to America. Section 2. Why colonists came to America. Colonists came to America for freedom. In Europe, many faced religious persecution. They wanted a place to worship freely. Economic opportunities also drew them. The New World promised land and resources. Political freedom was another key reason. This quest for freedom laid the foundation for American values. Section 3. Thomas Jefferson and the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. This document declared America's freedom from Britain on July 4, 1776. Jefferson captured the colonists' desire for freedom and equality. The document states that all men are created equal. It also says people have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration was a bold statement for a new nation. Jefferson's words continue to be important today. His role in drafting the Declaration was crucial. Section 4. Significant dates. Declaration and Constitution adoption. July 4, 1776, marks America's birth as an independent nation. It is celebrated every year as Independence Day. September 17, 1787, is when the Constitution was adopted. The Constitution is the supreme law of the United States. It outlines the structure of the government and the rights of the people. These documents set the foundation for American democracy. Celebrating these dates reminds us of America's founding principles. Section 5. Events and outcomes of the Constitutional Convention. The Constitutional Convention took place in 1787. Delegates gathered to create a new government. The Articles of Confederation were not working well. The outcome was the U.S. Constitution. It created a system of checks and balances. The Constitution also included the Bill of Rights. This new framework has guided the United States for over 200 years. Section 6. The Federalist Papers and their impact. The Federalist Papers were essays supporting the Constitution. Authors were Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. They explained why the new Constitution was necessary. The essays addressed concerns about the new government. They argued the Constitution would protect individual rights. The Federalist Papers helped ensure the adoption of the Constitution. Their arguments continue to influence American political thought. Section 7. Benjamin Franklin's contributions. Benjamin Franklin was a founding father and a man of many talents. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence. He secured French support during the Revolutionary War. Franklin made many scientific contributions, like the lightning rod. His curiosity and innovations had a lasting impact. Franklin's legacy continues to inspire innovation and leadership. Section 8. George Washington, leader and first president. George Washington was the commander-in-chief during the Revolutionary War. His leadership was crucial for American victory. Washington became the first president of the United States. He served 2 terms from 1789 to 1797. He set many important precedents like the cabinet system. Washington's leadership helped stabilize the young nation. His legacy continues to influence American leadership and values. Section 9. The Louisiana Purchase and Territorial Expansion. In 1803, the United States bought a large territory from France. President Thomas Jefferson was instrumental in this acquisition. The purchase doubled the size of the country. It provided more land for farming and development. The purchase secured control of the Mississippi River. The Louisiana Purchase spurred westward expansion and exploration. This event significantly influenced the country's future development. Section 10. Key 19th century wars and their impact. The War of 1812 boosted American nationalism. The Mexican-American War expanded American territory. The Civil War was the most significant war of the 19th century. The Union's victory preserved the nation and led to the abolition of slavery. These wars shaped the United States in various ways. They influenced territorial expansion and national identity. Understanding these conflicts helps explain the nation's development. Section 11. The causes and outcomes of the Civil War. The Civil War had deep-rooted causes, mainly around slavery and states' rights. The Southern states wanted to maintain slavery and secede from the Union. The Northern states opposed the expansion of slavery. The war began in 1861 and ended in 1865 with the Union's victory. It led to the abolition of slavery with the 13th Amendment. The war changed the social and political landscape of the country. The Civil War's legacy continues to impact American society. Section 12. Abraham Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States. He played a crucial role during the Civil War. Lincoln's leadership was vital in preserving the Union. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring the freedom of slaves in Confederate states. Lincoln faced many challenges but remained steadfast in his goals. His leadership helped guide the nation through its darkest hours. Lincoln's legacy as a leader and emancipator endures in American history. Section 13. The Emancipation Proclamation. President Abraham Lincoln issued it on January 1, 1863. The proclamation declared that all slaves in Confederate states were to be set free. It shifted the focus of the Civil War to include the abolition of slavery. It allowed African Americans to join the Union Army. The proclamation paved the way for the 13th Amendment. The Emancipation Proclamation is celebrated as a symbol of freedom and justice. Its legacy continues to inspire the fight for justice and freedom. Section 14. Susan B. Anthony's contributions to civil rights. Susan B. Anthony was a leading figure in the women's suffrage movement. She dedicated her life to fighting for women's rights. Anthony played a crucial role in securing the right to vote for women. Her efforts were instrumental in the passage of the 19th Amendment. Anthony faced many challenges and opposition. Her relentless efforts helped bring about significant changes in women's rights. Her legacy continues to inspire generations of activists. Section 15. Major 20th Century Wars and U.S. involvement. The United States joined World War I in 1917, helping the Allies achieve victory. World War II saw the U.S. enter after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. American forces played a crucial role in defeating the Axis powers. The Korean War and the Vietnam War were part of the larger struggle against communism. These wars had profound impacts on American society and politics. They influenced international relations and domestic policies. Understanding these conflicts helps explain modern global dynamics. Section 16. Presidents during key historical periods. Woodrow Wilson was president during World War I. Franklin D. Roosevelt led during the Great Depression and World War II. Harry S. Truman succeeded Roosevelt and led through the end of World War II. John F. Kennedy faced significant Cold War challenges. These presidents shaped pivotal moments in American history. Their decisions and leadership had lasting impacts. Understanding their roles helps explain the nation's development. Section 17. The Cold War's primary concern. The Cold War was a prolonged state of tension between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. Democracy and capitalism clashed with communism and socialism. Both superpowers engaged in an arms race and space exploration. The U.S. aimed to contain the spread of communism. This policy led to involvement in conflicts like the Korean and Vietnam Wars. The Cold War ended with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. Understanding the Cold War helps explain current global dynamics and U.S. foreign policy. Section 18. The Civil Rights Movement and Martin Luther King Jr. The Civil Rights Movement aimed to end racial segregation and discrimination. Martin Luther King Jr. was a key leader advocating for nonviolent resistance. His famous "I Have a Dream" speech called for racial equality and justice. The movement achieved significant victories like the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 protected African Americans' right to vote. The Civil Rights Movement reshaped American society and promoted justice. Their legacy continues to inspire the fight for equality. Section 19. Conclusion. The importance of historical events and figures. Understanding historical events and figures is crucial for U.S. citizenship. These events shape the nation's identity and values. They influence current laws and policies. Knowing history helps you appreciate the journey America has taken. Leaders like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln made significant contributions. Movements like the Civil Rights Movement brought about essential changes. For those taking the citizenship test, this knowledge is vital. For this next 25 questions, watch next video. Like, share, and subscribe.